Hey Aaron, first of all, great drumming in your video. I wanted to give you a video response feedback as opposed to written feedback because I believe that some of the things that I have to say are better suited through this pad example versus written examples. So starting off with just basic let's go. So as I'm going through this stuff, I want to keep it super chill in my hand. But notice I'm really getting after the accent patterns in here. Right? I'm not backing off on how much I'm rotating for those accents. I'm really trying to get a stretch out of this thing. Let's go implies a nice stretch for us. Basically, we're trying to implement every stroke type into what it is that we're going to be playing whenever we get to here, when we get to here, et cetera, right? So if I'm using like tap, buzz, diddle, articulations as our three primary examples of articulations, I want to make sure that I'm still playing them from a sense of uniformity as I go from here to here, and I go here. Right, so I want to come from the same place playing all those things, and I really want to reiterate rather, the sense of contrast between loud and soft throughout that exercise, like 12 and 3 throughout. Right, so then when I go into something like 8s, I can let that thing fly. Okay, so now as I go through the dynamic spectrum with 8s, I'm starting loud, I'm going soft. Notice that the muscle groupings get smaller. The effort stays the same all the way through. Right hand, crescendo, decrescendo, left hand. I'm just going through it quickly, obviously, but notice that the muscle groupings get smaller as well. If I'm starting small here, I'm using my wrist turn for a lot of that. And I'm getting more and more motion as I get louder, as I get softer. I reverse that process, right? When I get to those accent variations, I want to be sure that I am giving off as much control as possible without squeezing, using the weight of my arm and the control of my fingers. Right? So I don't have to use a lot of finger pressure. I just have to hang on for the ride. Right? So when I get to something like puttitas, it's the same idea. Right? Notice all my inner beats are in this region here. Right? And I'm keeping everything in that 12 and 3 ballpark. When I get to something like paradiddles, it's the same sort of thing. Strong accent patterns, very controlled and rebounded inner beats. Right? When I get to like lucky 7s, for an example. I'm just playing like I would tap accent. Or in this case, let's go even. Et cetera, that sort of thing. So that kind of takes care of the control side of things. The rebound side of things kind of also goes into that a little bit, but it's more about the throw and how much of a confident throw we have. So if I play something like double, or like 2-3 rather, right, I'm getting after a lot of rebound, a lot of velocity to start each motion. Right? So when I get to something like stick control, same idea. Lots of velocity, lots of motion, lots of throw, lots of response being created by the head, by me initiating very quick and rebounded strokes. And then that applies throughout a lot of those exercises, stick control, 2-3, the Stanford shuffle, things of that nature. And when we get to rolls, just being sure that I'm trying to implement as all those ideas as best I can throughout. If you have any other questions, please reach out. Just like I said, I wanted to keep things as general as I could to kind of put an overall theme and arch behind why the exercises are written the way they are and what we're looking for out of those exercises, so it's maybe a little bit more clear. All right, bud. I'll see you soon. Good drumming.